No, I'm tired because I'm not even making sense anymore. I'm just saying things.
It's my slow descent into madness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. There's a lot of pastors, a lot of preachers who are very, very introverted. And so, like, to do what we do on Sunday morning, especially, just is
Yeah.
exceptionally exhausting. And
I know I'm doing it right when people get surprised when I say I'm an introvert. It's a facade.
I am not like that.
We are not the same.
I mean, it's even extroverted. You get exhausted. I've been
Well,
doing.
you get exhausted, right? Like, yeah. I mean, if you're doing stuff, you get exhausted. But I get, I get a lot of energy from being around other people, right?
Like in the moment, I do like I don't get tired in the moment, but I just gave 2.5 days nonstop presentations, and I'm done. Like I said, after I got home yesterday, I just didn't do nothing, and I'm not gonna be productive.
Well, yeah.
We are not the
Being
same.
productive is a different, that's a different thing. We're not designed to be productive for 8 to 10 hours a day. So you have your what do they say? It depends on the person, but your kind of peak productive hours, and you got to learn how to manage what you need your energy for a few hours a day, and use your best energy for that stuff, and then do the other crap that doesn't matter, checking emails and all that garbage.
Oh, yeah.
When your energy is low.
Getting strict about managing my schedule lately. It's paying dividends, but it really does make a difference. You're directing your energy, giving yourself time to focus, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I think it's important.
That's why I had to pull back on. I'm glad I pulled back on YouTube so I can get my schedule right.
Well, that's why I haven't done. I've got like 6 videos I could do. I haven't done any of them. I haven't done a tier list because, well, I mean, it's more of some family stuff going on, but
oh, you got family stuff going on?
yeah, it was a rough week. So yeah, we got word my wife's cousin, and when I say that, that's like that's really an understatement, because this was the guy who walked her down the aisle at our wedding in place of her dad. Yeah, it was a rough week. And he was him and his ex-wife were 17 when they had their first child and 18 when they had their second child, and my wife helped raise those kids. So those kids, his 4 kids, who are late 20s, early 30s, think of my wife as like a second mom. And so he was killed tragically in a motorcycle accident on Saturday.
Oh my God.
Which means my wife immediately left for Georgia. We were just down there for the youngest son's wedding for 2 weeks on vacation. So she left for Georgia Saturday night and got back last night. And her and the kids will probably go down again here for the services and everything else. I have some big meetings and stuff I can't miss. Yeah, so we were in the midst of dealing with that. And so then I have the 3 kids by myself in their last week of school, and I have this the first time we've been together, 250 clergy got together at an event that basically I was hosting, a very complicated business event that had all kinds of different things going on. And we haven't done it in 3 years, so no one remembered how to do anything. And then my dad had some, procedure this week, so it's just been
we're live.
Yeah, it's just been a mess. Yeah, we are live. Hey,
your dad's still doing? You're still going through the?
Yeah, my dad's got, he's got, it's going to be ongoing treatment for esophageal cancer and bladder cancer. So hey, yes, let's see, Martyrs there on YouTube Live. It is Mino, myself, and BC. Hello, Summon Biscuits is here. Yin is here.
More like half of me.
Yeah, we
dying.
got Mino and myself and a part of BC.
I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be back.
I thought you did that.
No, I didn't.
No, he's got
I
a
didn't
weak
want to.
bladder.
I didn't want to interrupt your
He's got a
story.
weak
You're
bladder.
telling
No,
your
he's
story.
now.
What do you do?
This
Like
is
Mark's
the
like,
actual
oh yeah,
lie.
I got stuff going down, and then I'm just gonna bounce. Like, come on.
This is the actual lie. He already went. He was talking. He's got a wireless headset. He knows what he did. He's drank too much water all day. Can't lie to us.
I have that problem too.
Oh,
hey, D Knight, Tree Void, Indolent Henshu. Somebody resubbed. Thank you, Summon Biscuits.
Also on my stream. Y'all love these streams, don't you?
Yeah,
I can't.
People, go do something productive.
I'm fun.
Don't.
Yeah, Mark, chase him away.
Yeah, come on, get off, go.
Yes,
come outside. It might be dark where you live. Go touch grass. So that. Hey, it's the live stream. It's Blind Eye. 14 sodas. I did that in high school. I can't believe I drank like 12 pack of Surge. It's not good.
Soda's gross.
Yeah, I'm drinking some Diet Dr. Pepper right now.
I have Diet Soda is a guilty pleasure of mine.
Yeah, it's not good. Well, this is Dr. Pepper Dark Berry Zero Sugar.
I love the taste of aspartame.
Jurassic World. Minion, is that the name of the new movie?
Huh. When I was on an internship, one of my bosses liked Diet Soda, and I thought he was cool, so I started drinking it.
Nice.
And then I got hooked.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Yeah, I need to back on the. Hey, Hartshore. Joe Wags is here. Leaf Blade Mouse is here.
Hello.
Blind Eye's here. All the usual suspects.
Sure. It must be fun to catch me in my stream, and then now I'm
immediately.
Actually, this is proof of the introvert stuff I'm talking about, because that was me. I'm running on gas, like fumes now. That was all I had in the tank. When I tell y'all I burned myself out, like this is. Well, it was a while ago. I was also on here, and people were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just. I mean, it's fine. I don't have the energy.
I hate all of you.
This is what happens after I close the stream. I power down. Can't keep doing that. It's not sustainable.
That's your cue in chat for somebody to say something stupid and get BC worked up again.
That is how it happens.
That is
how I get my second wind, and then I crash harder. But I even have a bigger tolerance to that lately. You really gotta say something wild. That's like really wild.
Come on, I feel it. I feel in the chat tonight.
I don't even know what could get on my nerves at this point.
That's the surprise.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
That's the challenge.
Because unfortunately, I recognize most of you idiots, so I can't take any of it seriously. It's the unironic stupidity that gets me.
VL is here.
Oh no, VL. All right, time to leave. VL is the case I can't crack. That man is an enigma. I cannot figure him out. Crack it.
Yin's in chat, trying to accept the challenge of being stupid.
It's not gonna work.
He can't. Yin, he can't see you. He has you blocked.
I don't. That's not true.
Jovial Roger, the gem cap wasn't a bad idea.
There is someone telling me on Twitter. There's someone on Twitter right now, and I'm like, "What is he talking?" Like,
I have no idea.
I tried to read what he said, but it's incoherent. So I just asked him if he's high.
I saw that. I was trying to read that. I'm like, "What is he talking about?" Like,
I don't know. He said? What's your answer to the gem cap besides not having one?
Yeah. So the
I reject your premise.
Yeah, what was the original? Listen, it's fair. Yeah, so your original tweet was, "Yikes! Imagine defending the gem cap," and this individual responded, "Listen, it's fairly reasonable. Do you think they would implement something in JP and not roll it over to global? People need to get over flexing 1 million plus gems. The only switch.
I think it's bait. I think it is bait. I think he's trolling.
I don't like. What are you talking about?
It's not working. See, even that doesn't work because I just asked him if he's high. Like,
what's your answer to the cap besides not having one? Like what do you mean? What why just not having one is the answer. Right? It's a thing that shouldn't exist. Come on. Come on.
I don't even care about that anymore. I'm just whatever.
Oh.
See, even that can't get me. So try your hardest, people. I gave Mino one of the pieces of Exodia on how to get on my nerves. So we'll see how that plays out.
So we're gonna
but the thing about it is, now that I know he'd use it to try and piss me off, now it's completely ineffective.
You just have to pull all 5 pieces.
Yes.
5? Yeah, there's 5 cards, right? that was way after.
Don't talk about my favorite comedians, because that is how I get mad. that won't help. That's if you want to. So if you insult my favorite comedians, like if you come at Dave Chappelle or Patrice O'Neal, then that could be a gateway, but you'd have to do well.
Yeah, there people in chat are.
Yeah, try it. But I threw it out there, so now it just won't work. Stupid.
Yeah. Raw Life says peanut butter is overrated.
Oh man. Well, that's just I'm sorry that you had to go through that terrible surgery where they removed your taste buds. I hope you can enjoy other food in the future, my friend, because that's really just a terrible fate.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel sorry for you.
Nobody brought up pineapple on pizza though.
No, I mean that's kind of a joke in and of itself, but it's just funny. I mean, I like throwing that out there because then people admit they put pineapples on pizza, and then and then they get added to the FBI list. So I mean, do it at your own peril, idiots.
But I saw some guy, some video TikTok or something memeing on Chicago, and he's like, "Don't go to this place called Giordano's. I ordered
Excuse me?
Yeah, he said I ordered pizza, but they gave me spaghetti or lasagna or something.
Oh hell no, that ain't it. That ain't it. Yikes!
Back.
Imagine dissing deep dish. That's wild. Nope. They're fried. I mean, 4 steps ahead of you. I don't like pizza. That is questionable. How do you not like pizza? That's like not liking rice.
I don't like pizza.
That's weird.
Pizza's gross. Yeah, that's.
Don't tell people that.
Yeah.
Please don't tell people that.
Time to gobble some glizzies there, man. Come on.
Oh. The glizzy guzzler.
Glizzy guzzler.
The glizzy gulper.
My wife came home and literally said, because the kids were saying stuff that she didn't understand, and she's like, "Have you ever heard about guzzling glizzies?" I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, "Yeah, my brother was talking
funny.
About it." yeah, it was pretty.
Oh, funny. Indo's going to hell for the shit he just DM'd me. All right. Why? Is that rice?
Oh no!
In the middle of bread?
Oh no!
What why? Is that a rice sandwich?
Oh no!
Why does this exist? It's like Indo and Blind Eye love sending me curse stuff while I'm live. It's like half the ranting hours, I look over, like I see my Discord go off, and his Blind Eye sending me something crazy. Or Indo. The vibes in here are immaculate.
Yeah, we should probably start the stream, I guess.
Oh, Leafway is trying to troll me, but that doesn't work because I said on stream that people saying that vibe is such a terrible buzzword nowadays. It doesn't mean anything. Like, people are like, "Oh, the vibes, my vibes." It's just so goofy. Oh man. Unfortunately, if I know you, you just can't get on my nerves. That's the sad part.
Come on, we need some random idiot who doesn't talk much.
We need a random drive-by who doesn't know what he's talking about. That's
come on, somebody pop on the stream. We haven't even said the thing says stream begins soon. We haven't even technically started the stream. Good 10 minutes in. Yeah, let me do that. Hey, well, welcome everybody. We're I gotta put my hold on a second. We're in the post show thing, so let me get the post show widget. Got a post show widget and a pre-show widget and all the widgets. So many widgets.
Zidane is great against safer stuff.
Zidane is.
I mean, are you trying to troll Raw Life? Dude, it's the wrong content creator. I love Zidane, but that's Raw's character, bro.
There we go. Oh, where the hell did?
You could call Moon Knight a good show. That'd make me mad.
I still haven't seen it.
Don't.
Yeah, well, it's not real high on my. I mean, I really like Moon Knight as a character, but it's not.
Oh yeah, if you really like Moon Knight as a character,
I really don't watch it.
Yeah, don't.
I got Obi-Wan tomorrow to be disappointed.
Oh man, don't get me started. That looks so. I'm not even a Star Wars person, and I'm just disappointed by that.
Hey, welcome everybody. This is Mark from the Crystal Chronicles, your Dissidia of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia podcast. This is a chill stream. We are going to be hanging out. We might do DFFOO stuff or not. That don't really care one way or the other, quite frankly. And but we're glad for you are here with us. So whether you are on YouTube or Twitch, like, smash buttons, do things with money for us, and we'll do things for you for your entertainment. That's how that works. And Manscaped is a thing. You can do that as well. But this is
hear back from them. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, no. I did. I haven't heard back. Yes, we did. And they did offer us a contract moving forward, and so I'm working on that. I haven't heard back from them after I said yes, we're interested in the contract.
What's the contract? Why haven't we talked about this?
Because I haven't heard back from them. That's what I'm waiting for, the details of that. Yes. Yeah. So I have not heard. I have heard back from them saying that yes, we did meet the requirements to get a contract, but I have not heard back since then. So I gotta check through my various spam folders and sit down and make sure I can find that sometime. So welcome. In the multi-ticket era. Brand new.
Is that what it's called? We were talking about the official name. Is it?
Yeah. They are called multi.
God, Square Enix is so dumb.
Multi-tickets.
Multi-draw tickets.
Multi-draw tickets. Excuse me. Multi-draw tickets,
dumb.
which you can buy in a 10-pack or a single.
It took
pack.
3 months to come up with that name. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, multi-draw tickets.
I'm really curious if JP's going to get it.
Yeah, we'll know in the event. If JP doesn't get it,
that would be hilarious.
Oh my god.
Yeah, NF tickets I think is the best. But you can see them if you haven't gotten some like I have. You can see them flashing up in your box here with your gem count. I was offering. Mino thinks it's a stupid idea, but I thought if any of you wanted me to get down to 0 gems on my gem count here, so right now I have 280,280 gems. I said for 10 subs, super chats, YouTube memberships, I would exchange all of my gems into various things, buy whatever, to get down to a 0 gem count on my account as of today. So if that's something that you would like to see me do,
10 is so low.
From being at over 1 million just yesterday, to go down to 0, let that happen. And then, hey, in 20 minutes, if you want me to pull on Prish, which I don't really care about Prish, but if you want me to pull on Prish, you can.
Oh no, you're gonna inspire the FF11 monologue that no one asked for.
Yeah, let's talk about Prish.
Yeah, Oh no! There we go. Hey, we're gonna learn about how each of her elements signifies some crystal in like the 5th chapter of the expansion from the Secret NPC dialogue.
So
I just wanted some gotcha moments with Mark. I collected a bunch of characters that are 16 that Mark was eager to jump onto these fucking costumes.
I see where this is going already.
Because Cisne is a 16-year-old, and you had no problem.
She is
for that costume. Yep.
I don't believe that.
Google it.
I also don't want to believe it.
No,
so.
And so I'm saying that I was just calling out the hypocrisy, not just Mark, but because Mark's here, is that 95% of all these FF girls are
95,
like 16.
90. No, that's probably.
Why do they let Perks be 16 years old? What the fuck? She's like professional.
How old is the lady
girls are 16. Garnet is 16.
Garnet makes sense.
Yeah, Garnet is. Yeah, no, most of the princesses are right.
But everyone wanted that wedding dress with Garnet in it, right? And then the same with Yuna's slightly older, 17. But like Riku is 15, and everyone loves that 10-2 costume.
I missed a whole bunch. I don't know what I've been doing. I missed a whole bunch of subs. So thank you, Summon Biscuits, for the resub. Thank you, Tree Void, for the resub. Thank you, Leafblade Mouse, for the resub. Thank you, Chaos Blast, for the resub. Appreciate all of you. Thank you for the kind words as well. So there's 4. So 6 more subs. Gift subs, YouTube membership, super chats, and I will burn my gems down to 0.
Yes.
Throwing them in.
Make Mark exit the millionaires.
This is the whole stream, guys. It's 2 hours arguing about who's 16 and not.
No,
I have all the Altamena archives behind me, so we can dig in. We can dig into. I know.
Invitation to leave.
No, we know.
Y'all are weird.
We know.
I'll watch from the shadows. Have a good night, guys.
Hey, have a good night, dude.
Have a good night, BC. Thank you, everybody. Check out BC's stream earlier. Well, don't check it out right now, but check it out later. He streamed some stuff earlier, so that will be on his Black Nero YouTube channel. No, you're right. Most of the characters, like the entire Type 0 cast, they're teenagers, right? I mean, Kistis is 19, right? She's a little older.
Yeah. Wait, she's 18.
No, she might be 18, and the rest of them are 17.
Yeah, something like that, right? She's the oldest one in their party, right?
Yeah. Riku is definitely young. Yuna's not that old.
Yuna's 17.
Riku's probably 16, right?
Riku's 15. Yeah.
15? Oh yeah, she might be 15, right? Yeah. Ultimisha is safe. She's timeless, so you're good there.
No, I'm telling you. So I was saying if we're in
the Type 0 cast is thousands of years old, like Preesh.
But I was saying in anime or Japanese media in general, the stereotype is 16 is their 18.
Yeah.
So most anime girls are going to be 16 because that's their version of American 18, which is barely legal hottie. That's the thing. 16 is their 18. So you can randomly pick an anime girl and it'll be 16. I guarantee you.
So remember how last week the YouTube flagged our show. So.
Okay,
it's going to go well this week.
I was saying Ultimisha. So you're either 16, or there's only 3 female anime characters that are older than 16. You're either a mom, a villain, or a loser, like Makoto from Evangelion, right? Like, she's in her 20s and she doesn't have her shit together.
Yeah, she's like 22 and life is a mess.
Exactly. So there's only 3 types. There's only three types of. Did you know? I also learned when we were having this conversation that Camilla from Fire Emblem, the big fan servicey one everyone goes around, she's 17.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I thought she was an adult.
No,
why is she 17?
No. She is
crazy.
Yeah. No, yeah, Faye from Cowboy Bebop. She's like 21 or something, right? Well, she's older because of anime stuff, but
she doesn't have her shit together.
Yeah, no, but right, she's way past her prime. way past her prime. Camilla is also your sister, not my sister.
No, I mean, if you played that Fire Emblem, apparently none of them are related to you, so you can marry all of them.
Oh, nice.
That's the plot hook, Tree Void. I know you know that. I'm pretty sure TV plays Fire Emblem.
Yeah, so yeah, there's Ursula, on screen.
So I'm just saying Ursula's 15.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying it's so strange that some people have a problem with Prish's summer outfit, which is, first of all, 16-year-olds
it's not that bad.
That you can wear shorts and a tank top. Like, come on.
No, it's not.
But like when there's way worse in the game already, I don't understand why Prish is where people draw the line.
No. Her costume. I mean, Layla's costume's on her regular costume's on screen. Like, it's not. She's basically wearing. Maria's kind of the same way. They're just basically wearing underwear. The Cloud of Darkness costume is also on screen right now. No, Cisne's costume's not bad. Obviously, Prish's costume isn't that bad. I haven't seen it in the game, but I mean, it doesn't look bad on the slide. So, Cloud of Darkness is a entity, so that's fair, like a timeless, eternal entity. So that's fair. That's fair game. But if you're into that, why do you people why do you got to be like that? Most of the male characters, like, Yang's on screen here, and so he's like one of the old guys, and he's 20. No, he might be 30. Him and Sid. You think of those like old man stereotypes in this Zaz. They're not. None of them are particularly old. They're all in their 30s. Liz, how you doing? You still there, Mina?
Yeah. I think my stream froze, though. I don't know if it's frozen for anybody else. I might need to refresh.
Well, that's not a... that's just a notification. That has nothing to do with the stream. When does Sid Reigns return? Sid Reigns! It says stream quality's good. Did we just get started? Yeah, we got a little bit, we started a little bit ago. It looks... I'm live on everything. When did we start? I don't know. We started when we started. Hey, have a good night. Sid Reigns. I should do what BC said, and I'm not going to answer questions like super chat or gift a sub or something. So I don't get distracted. But this is casual. Sid Reigns comes back sometime. We just got Sid Reigns, didn't we? Are you asking when his C9? Didn't he just get his C90?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sid Reigns just got his C90 sometime, not too long ago. When was that? Someone talk to that. Someone tell us when that was. I'm trying to look. I'm trying to look. I don't see.
Okay, people are saying it's freezing intermittently. If it gets real bad, since we're doing it casual, I could host today. We'll see. Mark's still there, though, right?
No, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, because it's freezing again for me now. Chat, let us know if it gets real bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so oh yeah. Lots of high school stuff. That's most of Final Fantasy is obviously young kids. I returned to the game after a year, missed his banner. Yeah, so Garnet Garnet might come back this month. If not, she'll come back in a few months in JP time. Originally, she would have been with the Edge intersecting wills, and gotten her LD there, or rerun her LD there. They may not do that, so Says YouTube is fine. Blind Eye says it was freezing on Twitch.
Okay. I heard you slightly robot for a second too, but I'm sure it'll even out.
We might be getting stormed here. I don't know.
It always sounds like it's storming in Chicago.
Well, it is. What's the weather? What's the weather today? Yeah, we're having some. It could be a thing. Could be a thing. Have they introduced Garnet BT in Japan? Yeah. Yep. And
no, they haven't.
Oh no, didn't she get her BT in Japan?
Nope.
Oh, I thought she got her BT in FR. I haven't kept track of who they got. Fuyosha. Or his Fuyasha or whatever his name is. Final Fantasy IV. I could have sworn Garnet was in Japan. There you go. I'm not up on who's coming back. She will be in Japan at some point with an FR.
Maybe isn't the animated show supposed to be?
Yeah.
Soon?
They've been working on that for quite some time, so I don't know where they are in production.
I think they said there was going to be news this year or something, but like I wouldn't be surprised if they held her till then. It's anyone's guess now. We got Jack out of the way. Like, so we don't know who the fuck else is coming anymore.
Well, we are going to get a banner in about 2 minutes, and so if you would like to see us pull, send some love our way. What should we do? You're going to pull on this. We know that.
Yeah. I'm not a good incentive. I'm pulling on everything.
I have some tickets, not multi-tickets. Not multi-tickets, regular tickets. How do we know regular tickets from multi-draw tickets as opposed to what's in my inbox here? What are they called? Draw tickets. So you have draw tickets and multi-draw tickets.
I hope they I'm pretty sure they said they're going to use your multi-draw tickets before your regular tickets.
No, multi-draw tickets instead of gems, not instead of regular tickets.
No, I think it takes priority over everything.
Oh, we'll see here in
2
minutes.
No, I'm kidding. I wonder how many people actually panicked on that though. I would have. That's how I would have handled it, Squex. Just leaving money on the table.
Yeah, right. Come on, Squex.
What they should do is they should charge you to take things out of your inbox. That way you can't store. What is it? 2,000 tickets that you have in there now?
I don't know. I don't have 2,000 tickets, not at all. But I've got a few. Yeah. And we have divine boards tonight, right? So. Yeah, so I'll have even more. Yeah.
You should just empty out on tickets right now. Honestly.
Well, I will be using tickets, but if we could get some subs for tickets, that would be great.
Tickets till Push BT.
Well, if the subs keep coming in, right?
What are you gonna call that? 30? I'll contribute to that. 30 subs.
No, I was just gonna say, a sub for a multi, right? How many tickets for a sub or a YouTube membership or whatever? Did they nobody has reached 5 million gems? No, yeah.
You got a question here. Kimo's asking. Yeah. Hello. I took about 2 weeks off from the game. Which banner should I be focusing on? You want to give a TLDR of your tier list this month? Because I haven't had a chance.
Yeah, no, I haven't done it yet.
Oh, perfect. This is a sneak peek then.
Yeah. If I was going to focus on one character this month, I would pick up Edge. And if Garnet's on that banner and you don't have Garnet, that's a great banner with Vincent BT. And probably, oh man, I mean, second, if you're trying to chase Vincent BT, which I don't necessarily, I would not chase either of these BTs. There's so much next month. If you don't have resources, I think you can pretty much skip this entire month. But Edge is really good. Realm is pretty good. Vincent's pretty good. Trish is pretty good. Sice is interesting. I guess let me put Realm, Sice, and Preesh are interesting characters. Edge is really good. King is not. Lulu is awful. And all the other ones are repeats. And no, you probably shouldn't green Sephiroth and Yuna, but I'm going to. So
that's... You can do both of them?
Yeah, I'm greening both of them. They're and Vincent. I'm greening Vincent too. They're all favorites. They're all favorites, so they're all getting green. We do have we have the Prish banner with Fran and Hope. Fran gets her C90 here. And then we got Celeste and Yuna gets her C90 as well as Celeste. So I'm gonna pull. Let's pull. Yeah, let's pull. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how. I thought that was burning. That was just I just did I thought there was free pulls. Damn it. I'm on the wrong banner. I did the wrong banner. Damn it! My God, why? How many? We'll do some polls. We'll do some polls, and if I don't get the BT, chasing the LD, you can throw some subs, and I'll do some more polls. But let's see, where are we here? Let me get my counter up. I don't have music on because last time I played the music on the casual stream, the music that's supposed to be free music, like it clicked all of it, it copyrighted all of it. So I don't know. I have to figure that out.
What about the in-game music? Is it going to punish you for that?
Oh, I don't have it with my setup. It doesn't feed in the music. So that goes.
What about our official soundtracks struck? Even though I know
random crap. It seems like they've tightened down on YouTube recently.
Because I was gonna say Squex, didn't they put all of the FF soundtracks onto Spotify? Doesn't that mean it's free use now?
I don't know. I think so. I mean, Twitch won't throw us out, but then YouTube will. So it gets hit on YouTube.
I need to do what BC does and just have the same one track play for everything.
Yeah. Oh, well, I could. I do have the YouTube music. I just loop that. Loop that over and over again.
Yeah.
Hey, is anybody pulling in chat? Oh, there we go. There's Prish LT.
Oh shit! How many pulls is that for you?
I don't know.
Streams behind. Okay.
That was 20. Nice. Yeah. So yeah. There you go. Let's get through some stuff. But are we talking about any of these?
Yeah, sure. Do you want to just unofficially run through these podcast style, as in stream? Any highlights from the stream?
Yeah, no, right. That's what I mean. Sure. So I was not able to catch the first couple minutes. Is that new animation for pulls? There's a glitch animation when you get a burst orb. I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know if the other animations were new.
I think they are. I think it's unintentional. It seems to be this is the animation from the 50+1 pull.
Correct, right.
That JP got on anniversary, which was, guaranteed a burst and et cetera, et cetera. So you have these special animations. So they're in the game right now. You know what? I don't mind them. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be here intentionally, but
right,
100% they came from the 50+1 pulls. I want to say it's not intentional because JP doesn't have it, but also JP doesn't get a lot of things we get, so I don't know. Who cares? Yeah, that doesn't mean anything now. I wouldn't be surprised if they never get the multi-draw tickets.
Yeah, they may very well never get the multi-draw tickets. That was what somebody somebody was saying in BC's Twitter. Yeah, well, hey, it's in JP. Why wouldn't it be in GL? Because they're not the same game, they tell us on a regular basis. So of course they're not going to be in the same thing.
So the multi-draw tickets.
Yes.
So we finally got our answer to the gem cap. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on the multi-draw ticket. That's the real.
Let's do this.
The real name of it. What are the other characters that get it? Yuna here gets hers. I'm trying to C90 here, but so several content creators did little videos about the answer to the gem cap is here, and the solution to the gem cap is here, and most of them, I mean, to be fair to everybody, it was mostly here's what it is, and yeah, this is good, like, what do you think, kind of whatever, right? Nobody. Oh crap, Una doesn't have what is she missing? I need regular crystals. Everybody just kind of offering it up to the viewers. What do you think? Or yeah, no, this is a good solution to the problem of the gem cap, and hey, this means, for those of you who obviously who've been living under a rock, the gem cap has been implemented. So if you have 300,000 paid gems, which may seem like a lot if you're new, but if you're not, it's not. You can't buy anything, and you can't buy a Moogle pass. You can't buy costumes. You can't buy anything. You have over 300,000 paid gems, and several of us had hundreds of thousands of paid gems, obviously. And we threw a fit about it. They said, okay, this is implemented in JP, and they said, okay, fine. We'll come up with a solution and get back to you. And so this is the solution. You can exchange your gems for special super tickets, multi-draw tickets, and you can do that to 999, which is like 5 million gems. Nobody has that, and so you're good to go. So the thing that I hadn't seen anybody in any of the videos or content that I really hadn't seen anybody say is, this is a solution to a problem that Squex created. So it's not like, oh man, Squex, thank you for solving this problem. It's not like, you go out into the world and, oh man, hunger, there's people who are hungry, and they came along, this, benevolent group, and said, we're going to solve the problem of hunger, right? So this wasn't like this nebulous problem that existed in the world. This was literally Squex created the problem and then said, oh, here's the solution. So really nothing's changed, right? Like, at the end of the day, they could have just not had the cap. Everything would have been the same. All that's changed is now there is a cap, and there's a loophole around the cap, and Squex gets to save face, I guess, which I know can be important. Or there's some weird corporate crap going on we don't know anything about, probably never will know anything about. And this is a workaround for it, which I guess is fine. Like, I'm not upset about it, but I'm not going to be like, oh, thank you, Squex, benevolent, wonderful people, thank you for doing this, Team Ninja, like, thank you so much, this is so great. Like, no, you created a problem that was stupid, and now you created a stupid solution to your stupid problem. Like, I'm not gonna give you accolades for that. You don't get my praise. Yeah, you get me not quitting the game and potentially buying things in the future, but I think we need to acknowledge that this was stupid. It continues to be stupid, and you've just put a Band-Aid on. It's not even a Band-Aid. You've just created a loophole. That's what it is. This multi-draw ticket is a loophole for a problem that you created. And I mean, you just got to call it what it is. And so, no, I mean, I'm not jumping up and down, but It is. It's fine. I'm not unhappy with it. Like, it's better than just saying, okay, well, we're going to do the gem cap and suck it, which didn't make any sense to anybody. This does give us an option to work around this problem that they created. What do you think, Bean?
Yeah, I'll add my 2 cents. Let me add some context first. From the things I see being discussed, first of all, people are saying like, well, why even implement a workaround? Why not just get rid of the problem? The generous interpretation is that Squex wants the gem cap and DFFOO gives you a workaround so that the gem cap is still there as per corporate orders, but here's for the players, like, we'll give you guys another way out. So I think I don't know how realistic it was to imagine they get rid of the gem cap completely, but this is the workaround. Like, I expected more of a workaround, right? And this is what we got. And to echo what you and BC and others have been saying, like, yeah, I can't really praise them for this. I'm actually amazed that people are praising them for this, because once again, this is something that didn't need to happen. So fixing their own problem, like fixing your mistake, doesn't get you any points. It's like, hey, your batch of Coke was poisoned. Don't poison the future batches. And what are we supposed to do? Fucking applaud them for that? Like, it's like, hey, they punched us in the gut for the last 3 months, and they stopped punching us in the gut.
Thank you.
I'm not like this. It's a net loss for several reasons. First of all, they handled this whole situation fucking terribly.
Yeah. Oh no, the communication.
Yeah, the communication.
I mean, that's first and foremost,
awful.
right?
Yeah. They handled it fucking terribly. All right. First, like, they tried to sneak it in and drop it in without any notice, right? Like, they didn't talk about it on any of the streams. They tried to sneak it into a in-game notice. Then they continued to refuse to talk about it on stream. And then when they said they're going to do something about it, and a lot of it is just like, oh, we'll pass along your feedback. We can't really promise they're going to answer or do anything. So first of all, that took a month to get there. So it's a very, very angry month. Angry enough that they acknowledged it on stream. The only other time they've acknowledged any community uproar in stream was Vincent LD.
Yeah.
Which they also apologized for, said they might do something about it, and then, nothing happened. Nothing came of it. So people expected nothing to get done about this, which is fair, because the last time this happened, they didn't do anything about it. They're just like, oh, we hear you. That's it. Hang tight. And then, Vincent LD was left. The zero fucking changes. So it was a horrible, horrible month. And then no communication, and then 3 months, still no communication. They decided on this, right? Like, if they really wanted to communicate, if they really wanted to be transparent, they could see, like, okay, we're going to work on something. Okay, we're going to do something. But clearly they deliberately did not communicate, just in case they didn't want to do anything. And so it took 4 months to get from there to this. And I already know there's some casualties felt. As in, like, there are a lot of people who used to spend a lot on this game who are no longer spending nearly as much on the game, because the consumer confidence is just so shaken.
I'm spending all my money on Attack in Time. A couple things. Worry Chad says, is that a legit Manscaped promo? Are you talking about on our screen? Yes, we're sponsored by. This is presented by Manscaped. Manscaped.com for all your manscaping needs. DCC pod at checkout for 20% out of your order. And Black Cloud is reminding us that in the midst of our conversation here, in terms of communication by Squex, that time zones make it hard to communicate. Remember, that was because
never lived that down.
Time zones, that makes things tough. Time zones, the time zone.
But right, like, the damage is already done. Like I said way back when this happened, I was like, the damage is done. It's just damage control from here on out. They're not salvaging this situation. It is literally damage control. Nidre used to buy every single fucking bundle.
Yes.
That came out. He used to buy every single bundle. Now, this whole incident has not only made him pull back on playing DFFOO, period, But he's like, if I continue to buy, I'm buying the premium Mog Pass only. Sure, that's still a good chunk of change, but that's a tiny percentage of what he
compared
used
to hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month. Yeah,
right,
$40 a month is a lot less than $500.
Yeah. I think he spent like $1,000 a month. But right, like $40 is a lot less than $1,000 a month, and so I've definitely spent less. I'm not picking up every costume anymore, and I used to buy ingot packs and stuff. I'm not doing that shit anymore. I'm not even premium pass every month, so I cut back. I know Goose cut back, BC cut back. Everyone we know who used to regularly spend has cut back a significant amount, and they don't. And even with this news of the NFT tickets or whatever you guys are calling them, like they're not returning to their old spending habits.
Oh, right.
Because the damage is done. They're like, can't believe Squex did this. Who knows what they're gonna fucking pull in the future? I'm already acclimated to spending less. Like, why even return to it? And all the people who are, kissing Squex's ass right now, saying like, "Oh well, thank you guys so much." Like, first of all, I read that post.
Thank you.
That post, the post that was thanking Josh and Squex for putting the tickets in.
Yeah. So where is this at? I'm not familiar with this post because it was earlier,
it was on the subreddit.
Okay.
I'm not. You can search it, but I won't pull it up. But there was the day of thanking of the stream. They're like, "Thank you, Squex and Josh, for listening to our feedback and giving us the tickets." And every person that praised Squex in that thread, if you read it, Mark, if you want to pull that up and read it, they're all like, "Oh my god, I'm so grateful they did something because I was expecting them to do nothing and just fuck us. So thank you for not completely fucking us." Yeah, it's not like thank you for a good idea. Like, oh, this could have been so much worse. Thank you for not making it worse or something. And the other thing is, all the people who were agree the cap and stuff, and now saying like, look, you babies got what you wanted now. Like, like Squex listens to you guys. First of all, these people, you guys don't spend. So you guys being grateful for this of never hitting cap and never spending money in the first place, it's also a loss for Squex. Who gives a shit? Nobody is spending more because of the decision. This wasn't a good money-making decision. This wasn't a net positive decision. This was not a PR stunt where people are suddenly like, I'm going to give you more money. It's not like when other companies have promotionals and they get new customers and spend money. This stopped the bleeding. And there was definitely bleeding. If you want to look at like some of the Sensor Tower earnings and the monthly earnings, there was some amount of bleeding. Even if you say it wasn't going to make or break the game, this whole decision, this whole debacle led to less money for Squex. And it's not like the assholes that agree the cap are going to spend more or start spending at all. Like, they were never going to spend in the first place. They're freeloaders, like, nobody gives a shit what you think if you're not throwing money in the pot, but this has not been, there's no net gain to this. So it's not thank you, Squex, it's, as Mark said, all right, you got me, I'm going to continue playing for a bit. But like I don't know, I was ready to walk out the door. So
well, there is a lot of, as I have this gem cap and thank you, Josh, on the Reddit here with a lot of a lot of upvotes. A lot of it is, oh man, like, oh, what a great solution, and oh man, this was such a great idea, and I like, yeah, I like, I mean, it's like if there's so many analogies that are bad. But it'd be like if I stopped feeding my kids for a week, and then my solution to that was to start feeding them again. Like, that's not like I caused the bad thing that happened. That was my bad. And now oh, your solution was so good. You just got to feed your kids. Oh man, you should have thought of that. I would have never thought of that. You're so good. Like, you're such a good guy feeding your kids. Like, I didn't feed them for a week. They're dead practically, right? They're in the hospital. They're malnourished. Like, I didn't create the problem. It's not that extreme, obviously, but like, yeah, they don't deserve this. And again, I think we can. I think we can offer a generous proposal or a generous understanding of the situation that may say this was Team Ninja's solution to a Squex issue, or this particular game division's solution to, because Squex is divided into 4 divisions. The divisions are not simple divisions. It's not like Division 1's mobile games, Division 2 is multiplayer games, Division 3 is count. Like, the divisions are complete. It's bonkers the way Squex is organized. And so everybody's in everybody else's business, and I'm sure the hierarchy there is a mess. And so I mean we've talked about it, and I'm sure some group in somewhere, whether it's Squex or Team Ninja or some other group that has control over this game, and maybe some of their other mobile games, said this is what we got to do. You know, the you know, president's boss, or president's son or cousin, or you know, niece or something, this is what we got to do, so this is what you're going to do. And so yeah, the generous interpretation is this particular group's, this development team's workaround to a corporate mandate. And so if that's the case, right, thank you. Now, they probably wouldn't have done it if we didn't throw a big stink about it, and if the money didn't diminish quickly. But that being said, I'm not going to throw any shade on that, any hate on that. Thank you for that. But, you know.
Oh, go ahead.
But no, but that's a very generous interpretation that may not be based in reality whatsoever. Right? So, I mean, we'll never know.
And I want to, so Blaze 89's in chat with some good questions. I was going to answer some of this.
Yeah.
Because the first thing Blaze says is, so from the sound of it, people won't be happy till we know why the cap was added in the first place. I think, if anything, the biggest mistake here was communication and PR. I feel like if they communicated with us a lot and talked us through the whole process, it wouldn't seem so bad, right? So as I prefaced it earlier, like, they refused to talk about it on stream and refused to answer any questions. Josh was basically like, hey, look, the notification's in the game, and this is a gameplay stream, not a GemCap stream, so we're not talking about that shit here. Like, you're gonna have to send in feedback or whatever. So their community manager, and I'm not gonna put the blame on Josh because he probably has his hands tied, right? But basically, as community manager, he is the face that DFFOO is putting to interact with the player base, and his hands were tied that he could not communicate with us about the GemCap at all, right? So, like, somewhere along the line, they were forbidden, or they did not want to talk to us about it at all. And then, again, how they handled it the entire time, which is a lot of radio silence until tempers boiled over, and a lot of...
It was a lot. It was a lot. I mean, it was significant.
Yeah, it was like, not only the radio silence until tempers boiled, and see, like, it's not good that they got tempers to boil, period. Like, you're supposed to avoid that. But, like, that then a lot of it was basically bullshit that didn't say anything, right? Like, the first message was like, oh, okay, I'll communicate it to the team, which is, you know, expected.
Yes.
You know, that shouldn't even need to be said. Like, yeah, of course,
that is your job. That is what you do. Yes.
And then the second thing is, then they take a month to give us a statement that's basically like, hey, we hear you. We may or may not do anything. That's it. We
recognize you don't like what we did.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll get back to you at a later
we may or may, they're like, hey, okay, so we're gonna try to look for an alternative, but if we don't, the GemCap's coming one way or the other.
Yeah, and that is when they did say, we will try to find a solution. Like this is some this is some global catastrophe. Like, the meteor is headed to the planet, and Squex is going to try. They're going to try to deal with this world-ending problem. Like, they are doing their best, but they don't know if they can do it because they have no control. But they put the meteor up there, right? I mean, they created the problem. There's some Final Fantasy
So and then then we sat in limbo for 3 months, and then this came out, and then they're like, let's never talk about this again. So
let us never think of this again.
If they had handled this better, if they had been willing to talk, if they had been willing to address it on the streams, if they didn't give us months of radio silence at a time, if they had updated us along the way saying, hey, we're thinking about putting in NF tickets, to solve the problem, and this is when it's coming, and this is, like, if they had communicated throughout, I don't think anybody would have a problem. It'd be like, oh, hey, look, they're trying to listen to us, they're trying to talk, they're telling us their plans, but it was just like they wanted to sweep it under the rug as much. That's what I think is the biggest problem. Like, I feel like if they had constantly communicated in these 4 months, it would have been much better. And we always talk about that constant communication, right? Like, we tore into them about, like, hey, didn't we used to get regular known bugs and bugs fixed? Like, why the fuck did that go away? And then, surely enough, very shortly after that, they started doing it more regularly again. And people are happier for it because we just want more communication. So,
and I get for many of you, this is a free-to-play game. And so you may not feel like you have a voice in it because you are a free-to-play player. But for those of us who are not, this is a product that we are consuming and supporting considerably. I mean, us included. And so, right, there is a level of customer satisfaction and communication that is expected when you're talking about a product that you are continuous. Like, we're not investors, but we are consumers. And so, right, there needs to be some feedback and some communication, especially something that's, so player driven like this and so niche, in itself. So yeah, I think again that's been the big issue, was the really poor communication, and who knows why they can't talk about that stuff, but it never feels good when a corporation or a government or a church, any kind of organization, won't tell you what's going on. Now, I get in being in a organization and being in a position where sometimes I cannot talk about things that are happening. Like, there are personal situations where, it's not secret, but it's managing levels of information, right? And I understand that in the government and everything else. And potentially there's something like that here as well that we are not aware of. But there has to be some way to communicate it so it doesn't seem as gross as it is, or as problematic as it is, instead of months of silence.
and then the last thing on this, and then we can move on to the next topic, is basically, I'm not giving them any wiggle room, and there's a lot of brainlets that I keep seeing in main cord that are praising them. First of all the armchair lawyers are out again saying they got to be doing this for legislation thing or whatever, or they got to be doing this for, okay, first of all, like, just to squash all of this, when they had made changes because of legislation, like raising prices in Japan, because
no reason not to communicate. Yep, they would communicate that 100%.
They used to talk about it. Like, they're like, hey, they said in their Ope to their fucking Japanese audience, they said, hey, we're gonna be increasing gem bundle prices and changing them up because of recent tax laws. Like, the tax is going up, so we're going to be changing our prices.
Yeah, and if it's someone else's fault, there's no reason not to communicate that, right? And companies will 100%. If they don't have to take the fall, they will be more than happy to pass the buck on somebody else, right?
Yeah, so any bullshit saying, oh, they're doing it because of legislation stuff, they can't communicate, they've done it in the past. DFFOO has literally talked about tax stuff in the past and why they have to make decisions. That's one. The second thing is, I'm glad that this legislation only appears to be affecting, a handful of games.
Not
Clearly, yeah. What? How come not every Square Enix gacha game doesn't have a cap then? And then if it is a law a Japanese law, all these fucking weebs talking about Japanese law, how come no other gacha is implementing this? Why only this game? Like, it's so fucking small brained to not look at the bigger picture and be like, what if it's a law, how come only one game is fucking doing it? Or no, it's actually more like 3 games. But if like
Ricky says, be glad it's not JP where there's no solution or no communication and no communication.
That's fair, Ricky.
That is fair.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, that's the thing I want to say,
that sucks.
Ricky, is that like GL gets more of these changes specifically because we complain. People are always saying like, don't complain, don't speak up. But the thing is, we do complain more.
You're welcome.
And we have objective proof that GL speaks out more than JP.
Yes.
Because there are things that have been going wrong in JP for so long that the devs had said that they didn't even realize it was a problem until GL spoke out. And I have like proof of that talking to people, because first of all, the Kadaj bug was one.
Yep.
The Kadaj bug was one where JP devs didn't even know it was bugged until GL spoke out about it. The other thing was the heal bug, where if you end a screen, and if you end a mission with an attack that heals, the heal doesn't count for some characters. It doesn't kick in. So and once again, that was reported to JP, and I forgot, we used to have a big supporter who put that list together and personally got in touch with Josh. And that was basically, we have that conversation with him where they were basically saying like, oh shit, we didn't even know that was a thing. And then they fixed it in JP and GL at the same time. It got broken again for us, but it'll eventually get fixed. But they like, there's so many things where the JP devs are like, nobody said anything. So nobody said anything. And so like, people who say don't complain, don't attack the $1 billion corporation, leave them alone, spare their feelings. You guys are fucking idiots, and you'll probably live terrible lives if you never speak up for anything. Like, I don't know, man. Like, that's the way it is. If you want to have a coordinated effort to complain in JP, that's another thing. But if it's not happening, then don't be surprised when you guys don't get anything. If they don't, I would not be surprised if the NF tickets don't make it into JP, just because they probably think they can get away with it there.
Right. No, and if they feel like they can get away with it, right? Why would they change it? And that's one of the reasons we do speak out. And we have, again, there's a lot of content creators for this game. And all of them were pretty much on the same page. I think everybody was pretty much on the same page in terms of content creators saying, hey, this is BS. This is stupid. Fix this problem. This makes no sense. It's harmful to your business, which we are trying to support. And so I do think that makes a difference, right? I mean, to pretend like that doesn't make a difference is asinine, very truthfully. Speaking out does actually make a difference. Yeah. What's this event? What are we doing?
You're farming boards. You should at least farm boards in the background.
No, I was leveling my characters and doing Prish's passives. Her summon board passives, because I had nothing for Prish done. Okay. So that's done. So everybody's ready to go.
Yeah. Okay. So ticket bullshit aside, what do we have next? Okay. Right. We got Prish. Prish is here with the perfectly okay costume. I'll fight Mark on this, and if Mark doesn't buy this costume, I'm gonna heckle him for the rest of his life.
10 subs, and I'll buy that. We gotta get some. Yeah, let me see. Let me pull up this slide here. So I haven't really looked at the costume version. See how offensive
it is.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's shorts and tank top.
It's not. I mean, it's like Leela's is more risque than that. Yes, it's fairly. What is this supposed to represent, though?
Like, it's a summer costume, just like in FF14 when they have holiday costumes.
Did these characters? Yeah, no, because Lil Zet has an alternate costume, right? So there were some alternate costumes in Final Fantasy 4. It's not bad. It's not a bad costume. It's a cute costume. Yeah. So there, I must have grinded my summon bards. I didn't even pay attention to how long what happened here. I should watch the screen and see what happens here. Hashtags don't work. Hashtags don't work. Black Nero reminds us. Don't do hashtags. They don't work. Fix the cap. Fix Kadaj. Seem to work really well.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we have Prish's great costume that you need to show off on stream.
Yeah, Prish's great costume. Now. I got Celeste's belly button and Yuna's dress. So I wasn't paying attention. That what happened? That was like one hit. Was that like one Celeste LD or one Celeste EX killed this thing? I got to do it again.
Yeah, you're on the normal boards. You're not on the ultimate.
No. Oh no, yeah, I am. This is divine, right?
No, I was trying to see if I could trick you.
It's divine. No, because I hit the thing. I watched. There's a little cutscene. So yeah, no, I gotta say I've missed it several times now. Oh, Raylos Pendragon says I'd gift a sub, but I bought the costume. No, that's good. Support the game. Support the game and the idiots who make things. Okay, so no, Yuna's gonna use her BT finisher. That's doing a big chunk of damage. 2.5 million.
But Precious Call.
Oh yeah, no, Yuna.
I'm really tempted to BT right off the bat to experience it. I got lucky. I got the LD on my first multi.
So help me. I've looked at all the characters a little bit. Prish's, is this her LD or her BT gimmick? It basically adds a brave attack to everyone's like attacks, right? Is that
so? It's both. The LD is to herself, and the BT is to the group.
Okay,
and it stacks to herself. Okay. So each effect adds a multiplier to her brave hits, to her base brave hits. So let's say she has an attack that's 5 brave hits. One of the multipliers, LD or BT, will turn that into 10. And then if you get the other one, it'll be 15. So if you stack them all, Prish triples her brave attacks and doubles everybody else's.
Which seems good, but it's still it's still based on your HP cap, right? I mean, you still are capped with your HP, so you still have to play around with that with ultimate weapons and some other support. But it's going to increase the number of brave hits everybody's doing, which seems like a good.
It's really good on certain characters that have a ton of things like Prish has, which is like 1 brave plus HP dumps, like Sid LD.
Yes,
for example, right? Because he's like what 12 to 14 dumps with a single brave hit. Yeah. If that becomes like double, like the damage potential is a lot better for that, right? Because those are moves that you can't really help with, say like battery or refund or anything, because there's just 1-hit dumps. And I think there's some other characters with 1-hit dumps.
Yeah, so Prish LD. Looking at Tonberry Troop, TonberryTroop.com, the infographic, Prish LD does 1 brave hit plus HP attack 12 times. So she's going to triple those brave hits if her BT plus effect is up and her LD effect is up. So it won't be for the first. Well, she probably starts with it, right? She starts with it. So, so it will do 3 brave hits plus HP 12 times. So that the damage potential on that is really good.
I think it's a unique gimmick, and I love pulling for unique gimmicks because you never know when this will be really good later. Like we talk about all the time, there are units that don't super shine immediately, but later are amazing. Like Quistis is one, right? Like Quistis is like, oh, that's a cool gimmick. how often am I going to use that? And then later, months later, you're like, oh shit, that actually got used a lot. Or like we talk about I think like RCL is another one. Like there's these characters that don't look good yet, but will look good later, as like Sign and BC are saying about like Sice, right? They're saying like the first month of Shinryu will shut Sice out, but when you have more tools to actually work with her gimmick, it she becomes very useful. So of course, this is a big ask for your average DFO player. You got to ask yourself, am I going to be pulling characters that are going to take advantage of this? Like, am I going to be running teams that'll take advantage of this? It's not like blind plug and play like Garnet where it works everywhere, but it's like there are characters that will benefit greatly from this, and I'm super interested. And just looking into the future, it's like, oh, when their next tuning pass, there's characters that get really good with their next tuning pass depending on the meta too. So it's just like, yeah, right. Like it's a very cool gimmick. I think I'm gonna play around with a lot.
Yeah, I was looking at apparently it helps Yuna's BT quite a bit. Her BT finisher, because it's got a lot of dumps on that. Most
right,
BTs.
Exactly. That's probably why they're paired together. Yeah, exactly. So
Most
you're looking
BTs.
for those characters. You are looking for the characters that have like a million dumps without that many brave hits.
Yeah, like Celeste. Her well, it's her turn right now. Oh, she doesn't start with her EX charged, unfortunately. Unless I messed that up. No, I don't think she starts with it. Yeah, her EX is only 2 brave hits but 6 dumps, and so right, pairing her with what's
Max
her name?
was saying her finisher doesn't have has a lot of dumps without brave hits. Is that true? I thought there was some brave hits accompanying each one.
Yuna's finisher. Oh, where am I? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm sorry. I was looking at her EX. Her EX is 3 AoE brave hits with 5 dumps. Her finisher is brave gain 5 times, right?
Oh, okay.
Brave gain split HT times 5. So that's why that's based on brave gain. Oh no, but then it does. Yeah, no. So brave gain, split HP 5 times. 10 AoE brave hits split, or 8 AoE brave hits split 2 times. So that's the final part of the finish.
Yeah, I think Castle Ford on YouTube is saying like Celeste LD, Yuna LD, a few of these.
I was looking at the LD,
Yeah, and Castle Ford says Purse seems like a discount refunds. It's just technically different because I'm going to keep using Sid LD as an example. Sid LD is a million dumps, but 1 hit each. And it's just that, like, if you rely on, like, Brave Gained or Refund on that, he cannot cap every time, right? Like, it's just not going to happen. Because with 1 hit per dump, it's going to keep decreasing. There's no way you can keep getting the 100% refund or gain back or whatever. And it's for very, like, niche situations like this that doubling the brave gains will let those attacks do a lot more damage. VL says helps Cloud and Tidus BT finisher tremendously. Oh yeah, like Tidus is somebody. Big, Tidus is somebody who will benefit a lot with his follow-up shots and stuff too, right? Yeah, like so I'm saying like I feel like the big brain creative players can get a lot of use out of this gimmick. It's a very cool, unique gimmick. 100%. Like I'm very interested in the character, but the gimmick aside, she is how do I put this? Like she's kind of a controlled turn hog, sort of, and her damage is really high. Like she's like the go-to. No, that's not true, because technically then we've got like Machina and Tidus coming back in like a month or two. But I know she has uses. I know it's like she's just strong enough DPS that will hold up for a while. And I just like the monk combo thing. You know, like I've always liked Zell's gimmick, except Zell is not doing numbers anymore. Prish is. Oh, right. She has a shit ton of defense ignore. Right. On like a ton of stuff.
She does ignore defense on. On her.
Oh, BC saying her call is her call applies it to the party.
Oh, nice. Yeah. The LD call does for 2 turns, but it doesn't apply it to the entire party, so that is nice. Yeah, there's you can throw that on somebody before a BT phase too, potentially, depending on if you're looking for some different BT phase options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think she's a good pickup. Obviously, like many this month, we can't say she's a meta pick.
Yeah.
But like she is not like you will be able to use her.
Yeah, a shout out to Raylos Pendragon. I apologize. I don't think I shouted you out for gifting a sub to Blinken. Appreciate that. So thank you, Raylos. Buying Precious costume and supporting the Crystal Chronicles. We
thank
truly
you,
Raylos. We appreciate that. But yeah, I pretty much think anybody this month is probably worth like you're kind of like picking. Again, I think Edge is kind of the character that's maybe most interesting moving forward. But of the characters, you're kind of picking like, who am I interested in this month? Pick a couple of them and move on with your life, right? Because there are some interesting gimmicks. Obviously, Preesh has an interesting gimmick. Sice has some interesting gimmicks. There are some characters with some interesting gimmicks. Or there are some characters that people may like, right? I mean, Lulu's awful, but I like her, so I'm gonna pick her up. Vincent is not bad, so I'm gonna pick him up, and he's a favorite character. So, but at least, like you said, Prish has a very unique thing. I don't think anybody else has anything like that. I don't know about JP because obviously I've not been paying a lot of attention.
Yeah,
I have no idea what the hell this orb. I'm trying to read this orb description.
Okay. I got you.
No idea
and
what
then
this
and then
means.
I want you to and then since we have time, I want you to not beat the fuck out of it. But okay, so basically it's you need to take 2 consecutive attack turns before Bahamut's turn. That's what it boils down to. So when you take 2 consecutive turns with the same character and you have to deal damage on each of those, the orb will freeze, but then it will immediately unfreeze after the next turn. And it only goes down on Bahamut's turns. So ideally what they want you to do is 2 consecutive attacks right before Bahamut goes. And that's the whole fight. And then he's like framed and you can't delay him in anything. So the easy way, if you want to not do this fight at all, you bring Quistis. Because she can ignore all his shit, delay him to oblivion, and the orb only ticks down on his turn.
Right.
So basically, if you no-turn him, you don't have to do any of the mechanics. But how it's supposed to be dealt with is it's supposed to be delay immune and fast, and you have to time your instant attacks, your consecutive attacks right before his turn.
Huh. Interesting. And the only one of the 4 banner characters that really helps with this is Prish, right?
Yuna, technically? Doesn't Yuna get some instant turns?
Not that.
Am I crazy?
They have to both do damage, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but so yeah, she has her instant cast. The Asuna and Sheer don't do damage.
Okay, then that would not count, correct?
Right. Yeah, they don't do damage.
Who else is on this
Fran and Celeste. I don't think either of them have instant turn, free turn.
Yeah, I think Prish is the only one that could probably deal with this orb.
Huh. Oh, Celeste has instant turn on Runic. So let me pull Celeste.
Oh, does she? Okay, then that would work.
Okay, well, let me jump in with these idiots, and we'll see what happens.
Okay,
just want to see what the fight's all about.
If you approach this fight without the cheese, it makes you respect the mechanics. Like these are like you have to really skill it out. But there is like we said, if you want to put out a Quistis, you can completely ignore this fight as well.
So it starts with the ads. What the hell do the ads do?
I'm not sure. Other than the orb, I didn't look at the fight at all.
Can I? Do they do anything? What do they do? Oh, well.
Naxfa, yeah, I remember that we do have Sidmao clears for this. Rain's Mal.
Let me see. Let me see what this. They don't take damage, but he's taking damage, so that's helpful. What's Celeste start with? Does she start with her LD buff?
I don't think so. Or I mean, not
what
the
is
debuff.
Her LD debuff? She does not start with you. Put that up. I don't know what any of these characters do anymore. Did Yuna got updated actual attacks, right?
No idea.
Yeah, Brave Gains. So I took damage there. That's something happened. Oh yeah, that's Celeste's follow-up. So now Prish gets to move. That's exciting. And we start with, I get a choice, right? With Prish. If I'm how do I've never used Prish. So how do I so I get a choice, right? Either
S1 for single target, S2 for AoE.
Both have an instant turn free turn, right?
Yes.
So I want to focus on Bahamut, press skill 1. And now that transforms into the alternate skill 1, Howling Fist or Howling Fist Fusion. How do you get Howling Fist Fusion after using spinning attack?
I don't remember. I just know S1 is always single target, S2 is always AoE.
Oh, okay. No, I see it now. But I can use her EX immediately, so I should probably use that, right? Doing good damage. Okay, so these things are doing stuff. These things are buffing. This one's buffing, maybe. So, yeah, Yuna can probably just go into her. She's my burst character here. The orb doesn't start with the orb on. So
right, it's thresholds and it's short thresholds. 10%, 20% before they go away.
Okay.
So you can DPS race the orb technically, but Bahamut is pretty tanky, so you'd need some pretty good DPS.
Got it. I don't have good DPS. I have Prish.
Oh yeah. So Sinewave brought this up. Sorry, I thought this was obvious that we didn't need to bring it up, but this is good knowledge for everybody, is that follow-ups will fuck with the orb, because obviously the orb wants the same character to do damage twice in a row.
Oh,
and a follow-up
so like
a different character.
Right, okay. So anybody who has like Noctis or Cloud of Darkness,
yeah.
That will mess with it. I always forget which unit here. Which unit thing?
On the bright side, what I realized though is why Celeste's synergy is because she could have a trap go off and then take her turn, and that would count.
That will be
as her
2.
doing damage twice in a row. Yeah.
But then the boss would have to go next to freeze the orb.
Yes, right. So it's all about freezing it right before A goes.
What are we doing? Still trying to do Transcendence. Yeah, we're not doing Transcendence. Did we? I don't even remember what Transcendence was. How's it going for you? How's Transcendence going?
What was Transcendence?
I don't Transcendence 8, right? Transcendence 8, tier 8?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I got the orb. So I got the orb. It's gonna go. That sucks. So it ticked down. So, but Prish is my next character. But I didn't use her special thing here. So that sucks. So I'm not really sure what happens here with oh no, I got a free turn. So what's going to happen if I use one of these free turns here? Oh, but her oh, that's not. I was going to say, so if I use Howling Fist, that's not going to give me an immediate extra turn, correct?
Correct.
So I'm kind of screwed at this point.
You could, if you're really desperate, you could push 10% before he gets 3 turns. Because Bahamut has to get 3 turns for the orb to go off.
Oh, he's over here. Yeah, he has to go. Yeah, because Yuna's right before him. So yeah, you can runic. And then attack with Celeste. That will freeze the orb. But as soon as Yuna goes, it will unfreeze the orb. Correct?
Yeah.
So I mean, the best way to be would be have characters that everybody can take consecutive turns.
Yes, there's that. There's your turn manipulators
or
like
having,
Rem and Aphmau.
Having Rem or Sid Reigns, although he's immune to launch. Yeah, because she's not taking consecutive
anyone with
damaging
AA.
I have Yuna always in front of him, which is not helpful at all.
Anyone with always damaging AAs is well, I mean, the thing about Reigns is Reigns could pull anyone up that needs to. I believe Aphmau, right, if Aphmau wants, she can take the consecutive turns anytime she wants. But right, like the easiest way to do this is probably either to have a full team of people who can do this or a dedicated turn manipulator. For sure. Like we all suspect that Rem is going to be very popular here.
100 fists. I was going to say what's the LT buff? Oh, okay. So Prish jumped. So she does have high turn rate abilities.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so she jumped. So as long as, and I think it reverted back, right? So as long as I keep just focusing on skill 1 and skill 2,
yeah,
we should be good with her. I don't think he.
Think as long as so I'll be trying it later as well, but I think as long as I think any team without Quistis is going to be a very respectable run. You really have to deal with these mechanics.
Is this a kill orb?
Yes.
They do debuff, so Esna help. Okay, so again, now see the problem with this is if I do this, that's fine. But if I go into the EX,
what's the orb count on? It's too small. Oh,
the orb,
okay,
the orb's gone. The orb's gone.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I'm lagging behind on this.
Yeah, so the orb's gone. So now I can use. Why did I bring Jack? Now I can use her EX and her LD, because the problem with that is then it doesn't revert back to the other thing there. So that's kind of an issue. So it disappears and reappears throughout.
Yeah, so it'll show up 3 times. I remember the first time it's 90 to 80, 10%, and then it's something to something 20%, and then it's the final 30% to death.
Got it.
So obviously save your big bursts for the end. Right.
Yeah, save the summon and
the BT if you need it.
Well, I used the BT early, so yeah, that will be a thing to do later if I do it again. What else were we talking?
Oh, right. So okay, so Prish, I mean Yuna and them, they get things, but I usually don't talk about returning characters much unless you have anything to say about them. We could always save the research later.
Yeah, no, I mean, Yuna doesn't get. She gets a little bit more brave gain and a little bit more HP damage up. So.
I think BC is a huge Unisimp, and even he said that
it's not great.
She's just completely crept by Garnet in every.
Oh yeah, like 1,000% right. Yeah, and I mean Ramza too. She's probably competitive for Ramza. This is fixed, and I gotta remember. I gotta learn the names of these Krish attacks. So this is the fixed one. So
I think they're the advanced ones when they have the funny words like transfixion and stuff like that.
I don't need to. Let me. Okay, so that's good. So if the orb does come back this time, we'll be good. I can also lock that lock. So probably because this locks doesn't. Just do that. Yeah, Celeste's doing some decent damage. She does have a 5. She has a 5 out of 5 ultimate weapon. She's doing good damage. I don't know why. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Why is Celeste doing such good damage? Oh, right. That's I didn't look at Fran. I didn't include Fran in my party.
That's fine.
I assume her EX does more damage.
We can skip over that stuff. Then you've got Shulk coming out with Lulu LD. That's the next event. Again, I'm not big on talking about returning characters, but Lulu LD, oof, this is I got a rant locked and loaded for when we get to that podcast, because my God, perfect example of bad game design in my opinion, because this is here's this cool gimmick that will never ever be relevant ever. You'd think if they want to do something like this, they make more fights that this would be useful in, but I think there's 0 fights where fire and I don't even understand it, because Rydia has the same gimmick, right? But she also has other things as well,
party evasion.
The party evasion and everything. But Lulu is just that's it. That's
it's so bad. I don't understand how, obviously the team members don't always work together, and that, I guess that makes sense, but how do you how do you make one character? I mean, we just had Cisne. We got Prish, interesting gimmick here. I mean, just look at some of the other characters. I mean, Rydia, right? Just comparing her literally to Raijin, other enchanters. And she gets nothing. Her LD is if you're not familiar with Lulu, she's a Imperil fire character. Her LD gives nothing. Her debuffs obviously don't change, her buffs don't change, and she just gets updated with her rework, right? This built-in ability for is it Dollmaster, or is it part of the
it's part of Dollmaster,
part of Dollmaster. So I mean, it gets upgraded, but man, it's just so. Oh, I mean, it's disappointing. That's all I guess I can say about it. It seems disappointing.
This is just I don't incompetence at its worst, because what is Lulu compared to every other Imperil or Enchanter?
Right.
Because you either have Raijin's well, first of all, they all have amazing utility. We're just talking about Rydia has the evasion.
May die here.
Raijin has the paralysis, and now his LD gimmick.
Right.
But Lulu has nothing. She's not the best at auras. She's not good at damage. She's not good at auras. She's not good at damage. She's literally there to enchant and then waste your time. What were they thinking? I mean, it's one thing to not be able to give her anything, but at least give her good auras. That feels like the easy fix. She can't give the team anything. The gimmick of fire enchant overriding elements, it just doesn't pay off. Like I I don't know what to say. Like that's not enough to not give her literally anything else. And it's not like she got her C90. She got her a new LD. I don't know. This is the most skippable character I've ever seen in my life, I think. This is worse. Is this worse than Thancred? I want to say this is worse than Thancred.
I think she may be the worst LD character, period. I mean, she has nothing. It's just so bad. And right, I mean, if it had a if there were places and times that this was useful in, perhaps yes. It would be great, but I don't know that we're seeing that.
Castle Ford has a good point, maybe saying that like maybe the GL exclusive boss rush will incentivize Lulu. First of all, I'm not even sure how to incentivize Lulu. Like, unless they don't take any damage, unless they only do fire damage, which is a thing in Shinryu nowadays. Unless they do that, where only one element will work, period, I don't know how you can sell Lulu. And then even then, it's hard to sell a character based on a single event, I think. I mean, it would probably work, they'd boost their sales, but I'm not sure if that would really change things too much.
Yeah, I mean, get that costume.
So Sinewave says, like, yeah, if they were good fire FRs, it'd be a different story. I want to say if we were generous and that was really the plan, that because that's her one use, is that Braska comes early and his whole thing is big percentage ups when the team does fire damage. If we were being generous, the original plan was to pair Lulu with Braska. First of all, I don't know if I'd go that far, because with no foresight, how would you ever see that coming? I suppose. And the other thing is, having a character be reliant on another character is also not a great selling point. But then, Cam happened and they didn't fix that, so even if that was intentional, pulling Braska and Lulu and then running them together is still an inferior option. So overall, it's a loss overall. If they wanted to make characters better with FRs, it would have been a great concept, but they didn't. They fucking killed that concept with Cam.
Yeah, it's that's not good. Like you said, if there just would have been a little bit more something compared to whatever it was. Yeah, just anything. Just something. She should have had something besides one gimmick that's just not useful whatsoever. Yeah, really sad. But I mean, there are Sices coming out, and she's fairly unique, right? I mean,
Sice has
she's kind of the Reaper kit from similar to Final Fantasy 14 kind of took some of that from her kit from that game, I guess.
Yeah, she has a super unique gimmick and then a couple of other things too. So she's got traps, which are nice. She's got
she does have traps, right?
Brave retention. She's got a lot of stuff. Her really unique thing is quote unquote turn manipulation, where she will choose a target. Thank you, Sinewave. If you weren't here earlier, Sign, I see you in chat now, but like your eval opened my eyes to say, so it was a great eval. I mocked you briefly, then I said I was just kidding, it's great, and then you never responded. I'm not sure if I permanently destroyed your morale. But anyway, so the thing is, she has this really unique turn manipulation, which it's like the opposite of what Reigns and OK do, which is she selects an enemy target and then she moves all other enemies behind that target. So let's say if you have A, B, C enemies and then you target C, it would turn into CBA. If that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Or like if you're like Garnet A, Yuna B, Sai C, and you target C, you would send them all back to be CBA again, right?
All right.
Okay, so it sort of works like a delay, except it's an entire group delay, and instead of just one turn wherever, you're grouping them all up behind whatever enemy goes last, and because it doesn't count as a delay, it ignores framed turns, which become more common later. So it's a unique form of turn manipulation. And then, of course, if she keeps going, she can keep pushing them back and back like that. But so there's that, there's traps, there's all that. She comes with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and she has a stacking mechanic, right? That changes her abilities.
Damage. And then if she takes a break,
right,
it goes down again like Deuce.
Right. Yeah, she has that ability where, right, if she takes a...
Yes, Noxva, exactly. Like, pairing her with Quistis would be great, because if you keep delaying one enemy back, and, like, if Quistis keeps pushing one person back, and then Scythe sends everyone else behind them, yes, you can eternally group delay. The only question there is damage. But yes, you can really, really fuck with things there. Like, you could probably try Quistis Scythe on this fight with Bahamut and ads and test that out for sure.
Interesting.
Zonde's still the worst LD? No, I think Lulu is pretty.
Yeah, well, yeah, Zonde actually provides some support to the party. Lulu's not doing too much in that. Brave defense. Interesting. I think we might be in trouble. We'll see how this final. We got to see how this final.
I mean, for a blind run, this is pretty good. For a blind run, you were able to blow past all the barriers up till the final 30%. And you might have enough firepower to go through that.
We're going to see here.
Up next, we've got Realm LD, and as much as I love the character, it's not a great tuning pass.
I mean, she continues to be one of the more interesting characters, I guess, but right, she doesn't get her LD summons Ultros, right?
Yeah.
And that is not impacted by your summon or anything else, right? It's just kind of its unique, its own thing. So it really doesn't play into her gimmick. I mean, if it's obviously fan servicey, so if you like Ultros,
it's really cool because what it is she gets a special Ultros attack only on warp turns.
Right.
So only on her warp turns does she do this big hit, which I think is really cool. Then you're rewarded for warping, but warping and taking a lot of turns is just not the meta going into FR. It is not.
No, right. No, right. It's not. Yeah. Not at all. Here's the special countdown.
Yeah, it was kind of cool, but I don't think there's any salvaging Realm. Period. Like, we say don't talk about bad timing. This is bad timing. She came out right before an era that's going to actively punish her whole concept.
Yeah, that really sucks. I feel bad for her.
I mean, there's other characters that have always been there, like Rydia, kind of, or like who's another character that's just kind of always come at the end and never done well. Like, I mean, like King is gonna eat shit this month too, right? Like, Lulu's just always shitty. Like, I don't think Lulu's been good ever. Thancred, there's just some characters that are beyond saving. So, I mean, at least Realm wasn't awful all the time, but it's her turn to take her lumps this era, this tuning pass. And then what else do we have this cycle?
Vincent, Sephiroth.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're starting the next cycle. Right. So Vincent is always just a very solid character. I know he actually got use in the first month of Shinryu. He can survive the transition. I think his concept is very cool. I just know that he still plies on tons of generic debuffs.
Yes.
And I'm not a big fan of that. I believe he does get a golden now, though, right? On his BT.
Did he have the golden? No, I guess he didn't have the golden.
Yeah.
He gets the golden on his BT. The BT ability is what? Grant's final chaotic. No, that's so there's no new BT. There's no new BT debuff. The BT effect is kind of a hidden debuff effect, right? His BT debuff or his BT effect
LD boards
is
give him
buff.
a golden.
Okay, so maybe the LD boards do.
Yeah, I'm asking just because his debut fight, the orb is to apply a golden debuff.
Oh, maybe it's either he has one already or he gets one with the LD board. That very well could be because his BT effect is all these kind of passive attack down, max brave down, defense down, speed down, brave damage resist down, HP damage resist down, can't buff themselves. So that's all. It's a very loaded BT effect that impacts the enemy. I don't. Maybe it's EX. Is it ZX gold framed?
I don't know. Something changes in his kit unless somebody wants to. VL's here prevents enemy from gaining buff similar to Aerith. Oh, that's cool. Is that?
You cut out there, Mino. Are you there? Mino? May have lost Mino. Can you hear me? Hello. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. Where did I cut off?
You were responding to VL. Thank you. The dishwasher has subscribed. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah. So sorry. Yeah, VL saying Vincent also prevents buffs just like Aerith does.
Okay.
So that's a very neat thing. Like I know for a fact that he's actually pretty handy for the transition into Shinryu because in the new difficulty where stats spike up, debuffs are going to matter more than buffs for a bit. You know, right? Like when enemies' stats scale higher than player stats, debuffs will matter more. And I think he's interesting, but purely for the sake of resources, I'm not investing. But you will.
Yeah,
so
no, I'll green. My Vincent will be green blue. I don't know if I'm gonna 5/5 weapon Vincent, unfortunately.
Yeah, why not? You've got King to mess around with on guns as well.
Yeah,
maybe.
Potentially. I haven't used my reset for this month. And so I have a couple days to use it. And so I can do oh crap. I misplayed that. It's okay. I'm not dead yet. Oh, he's done. Oh no, he still has it. I can't always see the orb when it's frozen. So I have to use Runic here. Keep the orb frozen. And then hurt. Sign is saying Vincent has no gold debuffs. That part of the orb sells Sephiroth. Yeah, obviously Sephiroth gets.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be bringing both of them. That fight, and that's tier 9.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was I recall. Maybe I'm mistaking this. That how can you do that without pulling that? There was some conversations around that.
Well, this fight was considered similarly as rough, for sure. A lot of people went the Quistis route because I guess having like an up-to-date. Well, first of all, there's a skill issue, but then having an up-to-date DPS that could do that as well was rare. Because Bahamut's 60 mil HP.
Yeah,
and you have 70 turns.
How many turns do I? It's a good question. How many turns do I got?
No, you're fine. So it's 70 turns. So you have to basically average little less than.
That was a really good break that just happened right now. Bahamut just broke Preesh and put her right in front of himself.
That's
so
perfect.
that worked out to my favor exceptionally well. The problem is I got to be careful not to press something stupid like Asuna, or else I'm pretty much just doomed.
Yeah. Watch your high turn rates. But yeah, so right, like so you have to still average a little less than 1,000,000 damage a turn.
Yeah.
And how many characters can do that while fulfilling the orb, right? So like obviously Prish is a godsend here, but I'm sure she doesn't have a lot of fans, so without foresight, people weren't really pulling. Hell, people probably won't pull her now. Like she's not. 11 just doesn't have fans.
Yeah. No. Right. I mean,
but from what people are saying, obviously GL first Garnet's gonna give you enough juice to blow through and skip a lot. But right, like in JP, this fight, the Sephiroth fight, and T9 were all famously pretty tough fights that most people looked for the path of least resistance. Here it's Quistis, Cisne for Seph, and then for T9 it's Vincent or Kadaj. And then a lot of people didn't have either because Kadaj isn't popular, and
right.
I think BC said he only got through it early because he lucked into Vincent's kit
so much
back then.
I do have so much health. Well, I still have. Oh crap! I still have her LDs because her LD's not consecutive. Prish, I'm talking about Prish. Her LD is not consecutive, so I haven't been using it. So yeah. Oh, I gotta. I think it's even dropped off. That's one of the issues here. If I can get, I just gotta make sure I have enough runics here.
Oh God, is the orb not frozen?
The orb will be frozen here in a second. The orb will be frozen.
Oh, you still got Celeste.
Yeah, no,
okay.
the orb will be frozen. The problem is, the damage output here is not real good. Okay, so right now Prish is going before. I just have to be careful how.
Come on, Mark, 6% more. What is that? That's like 3.5 mil.
Yeah. But Prish LD can do quite a You can't.
Oh yeah,
can't break
sine wave. Yeah, dude, I'm heartbroken that L gets his BT plus when he's at his worst and out of the meta. Like, I'm gonna green him, but God, you want to talk about bad timing?
Oh no. So I'm screwing myself.
What happened?
No. I'm potentially making bad decisions. I was trying to see which reverts back. So yeah, the only problem with using Prish here is trying to weave in her EX and her really weave in her LD, which is what I haven't done well here. Can't I can.
Oh God, I'm behind. Is it gonna freeze? Oh no, you're good. Okay.
I'm fine.
I keep forgetting that Bahamut is A and not B. For some reason, I keep thinking he's B because he's in the middle. So I keep seeing B come up, and I'm like, "Fuck!" But you're good. Yeah, you have this, right? Yeah, I'm behind. I'm 4% on screen, but you have this. It's over. Tula Diamond said Celeste put in a lot of work this fight.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, she's absorbing everything, all the attacks. So do I chance? Oh no, I have the two attacks, so it doesn't matter. I should do the LD. There we go. There you go.
Nice, Mark. Look at that. Good plays.
I don't know how any of these characters work. But when you bring Cinder, well, everything's Cinder. But yeah, definitely I could see if you're not paying attention to what the boss order is, or if you just are ignoring it with Kistis, that will be a lot easier. But yeah, no, I like fights like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah, that's a really good fight, and I'm sure it's only going to be tougher the more things you take away, which I'm going to try later. Like I was thinking Rem, Papalimo, and some kind of third here, but yeah, like
Papalimo would be good. Thank you, VL. VL said, I am his hero. I appreciate that. I brought the characters that were on the banner with 2 ultimate weapons, fully maxed. I don't really need, much like Squex, I don't think I really need accolades for that. But that could have gone a lot worse. Yes.
That's a really good.
I could have played that much worse and died, obviously.
Right, like the respect there is, I think, even if you bring the feature character like you did, and without the Quistis cheese, like you still have to do the fight, right? Like, so there's
you have to be careful what buttons you press, and obviously if you're not doing, basically they both only have one option for consecutive turns. You have to start Prish's turn with her unaltered skill 1 or skill 2, and then go into the other one, or you have to do Runic into something else, and you have to be careful not to shoot Yuna in front of the boss's turn. So, Garnet, isn't gonna be a bad choice here. See, although her follow-up could mess with you, right? If her overhead triggers like in between a Tidus consecutive turn, that could be really bad.
Yeah, but Tidus can get as many consecutive.
Yeah, Tidus can do whatever. Yeah. So,
so like right now, right, like glancing through the usual channels, the Tidus Garnet pairing is very, very popular, and apparently that's enough damage to like blow through some of these thresholds easily. Oh, right. Tidus can take infinitely consecutive turns, so you don't have to time anything. You just have to no-turn it until the threshold's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, or you bring Machina and do a billion. I just continue to do that. Bring Prish with, I don't know what's Machina's big attack there. I don't know that will help him any.
HP plus, right?
No, yeah, I was just thinking if Prish's ability will help him in the make Machina do more damage effect. What's the big HP damage? It is where is it? Furious Blades plus. Yeah, it's where's the burst one? It is 2 brave hits. 2 brave hits plus HP attacks 7 times.
Oh yeah,
so that potentially she would, especially if you have Prish BT plus, potentially her BT plus effect, which probably does some other things too. I didn't look at it.
I know there's
brave damage.
There's obviously HP damage up and stuff, yeah. But the big thing is massive amounts of brave damage up and brave damage cap up. Yeah.
So yeah, she might allow him to do enough damage to really make it not an issue whatsoever. Although there's some other things you can do with him now, with all the fun calls we had. But yeah, it's a weird, I haven't done the tier list yet, because of obviously everything going on in my life, and I'm not sure. We'll see what the next. I've got all kinds of things scheduled here for the next 4 days, so it's a hard sell, especially if you're like us, you're playing on everything. Who cares? But if you're trying to save resources, looking into next month, there's a lot of good characters next month. I mean, you have Kane's got his BT, which is really good. You don't necessarily need his FR, but his BT plus is going to be viable for a long time. You have Tidus gets his FR viable for a long time. Cam FR obviously is very, very good. And there's a couple other picks. I think, I mean, I don't know what else is happening in next month. Don't you get is Reno next month? No, Reno's not next.
I think
maybe
might...
Reno is.
Yeah, if not first month and second month for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I know Reno's good. Desh, Kryl, and Braska are the other ones next month, right? So
yeah, real bad.
Yeah, I mean, so they're obviously characters you can skip. Cryo Braska's not great at all, but you use your Lulu Copium to make that work. I don't recall much. Krail's okay, right? I mean, people are still using her. No,
well, there's a whole thing we can get into the podcast, but basically, it's just like BC talked about how like these characters are like Kryle's bad on release,
right.
But then when you get like a lot of FRs that synergize off thunder damage, all of a sudden she's usable.
Right. Okay.
So it's always like the problem is like, yes, you can use Josepher's pull list and pull the most meta things like Cam, Kane, Tifa, Renoa, and then go through it. But like if you want to be more nuanced, like this month, you can pull all these characters and make them work. But how many people are going to do that? And so it's the same with pulling FR. He's like, FR era is potentially very interesting because you can make all these characters work if you get the right combinations. The FR is supposed to enable other characters. When you get an FR like Machina's that rewards you for doing follow-up damage, then all of a sudden all these follow-up characters can work very well. But most people aren't capable of thinking that far ahead with their pull plans, right? Like it's basically like, oh, let me just get Cam and Kane and call it a day.
Well, and I really haven't decided how I'm going to do tier lists moving forward into that era, because I really think it is, like you said, Kryle's not a great pick for next month, but right, if you want to go heavy into Thunder teams and Thunder FR phases, she might not be a bad part of your team. So like, I mean, obviously a tier list next month's easy because you can say, Cam is the clear winner, and Kane and Titus, are real good pickups, and most everybody else you can skip. But Machina, if you already have them, those kind of things, you're not pulling on those characters. So I think you'd rather pull on Titus than pull on Machina, especially with the dash banner. So, but yeah, that being said, there are some potential thing. Reno's the same way too, right? I mean, it's something it may not be super great on release, but down the line you find some more use.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it'll be a good few podcasts. Again, this month, last month, it's really renewing my interest in the game, just because we're gonna play it however we're interested in, right? Like we're gonna pull these weird characters and have fun, and there's a lot of potential to have fun. Not everyone's gonna play that way, but like you said about this month, and we're going into FRs, like I have a lot to say during the podcast. This month is like the people who pull for fun and experiment are going to have a blast because there's a lot to experiment with. The people who only pull meta and stomp the game, the people who've been running Garnet for like 6 months, they're just going to keep playing the game the way they play, right? And that's fine. You can do that. Like Garnet was able to be run for 6-7 months. Just switch to Cam and run that for 6-7 months until the next character, etc. You can always play the game like that. But for people who want to take a different path, there's really interesting kits out there that you can make a lot of fun.
Joey's asking, if you guys have questions, we have a few minutes, we can answer your question. Joey says, Mark, are you gonna pull all FRs? No, I don't. I'm not gonna pull every FR. I'd like to invest in a few. Obviously, Kane. I think we're both fully going into Kane. And I'm Titus is something I'll probably pick up Cam too. I don't know how much I'm going to use him, but I will probably try to get at least one copy of Cam's FR and BT, and get Tidus's FR, but I'm going to fully max Kane. Kane is great. So I may pick up Braska just because, Lulu Copium and I like Braska. I mean, I like Braska Jet, Orin. I like those little vignettes, those little scenes. They're not necessarily characters besides Orin, who is one of my favorite characters, but they're not necessarily characters
is
like
a
you.
Character?
What?
Jet is a character.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like as well, Jet got a lot more runtime in the Dissidia franchise too, but
there we go. Yeah, he's very playable there.
Yeah, I mean, of the obviously of the three, Orin has the most screen time, then Jet, then Braska. But I always like the little vignettes between the three of them. Although Braska has the least personality of all three of them.
Yeah, Braska, like, come on, he's a non-entity, guys. Well, I think Yuna's kind of a non-entity too, but
yeah, well, that's their personality.
That's a conversation, dude. Yeah, we're gonna have fun this month and next month talking about these characters we care about, these characters we enjoy, and just like the fun gimmicks. And I'm pretty sure Mark is not gonna be taking the path of least resistance in the FR as well. Pretty sure, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I'll pull Braska and try to make him work.
I mean, honestly, we've been experimenting with is Shinryu when we bring the TCC challenge back, and will it be enough just to say no cam? And like, would that completely change the landscape of Shinryu if it's just like, hey, just don't use this one character?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I haven't really done any planning into FR era. I guess this is probably the time to do that. I haven't really done any planning besides kind of, looking at this next month and knowing who I'm going for. And then moving ahead, I mean, yeah, there's obviously some characters that I know there's some useful characters that I really do like. I mean, that I'm going to be pulling for. Obviously, Renoa is coming back, and she's one of my favorite characters. And Tifa is coming, with her BT plus, and that's cool. And I mean, I know Luna Freya has kind of some interesting mechanics, but I'm not particularly interested one way or the other. But yeah, no FRs. Oh wow.
No FRs, that's not realistic, guys. Come on.
Yeah, that sounds like you're just making things like the point of the TCC challenge was not to make every fight last an hour.
Yeah, it was just to basically, I don't know, try new things, but
the original idea behind the TCC challenge was, can I beat the fight without pulling on the banner?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was the original idea. Can I pull, or can I do this without pulling? If I can get around not having to pull the featured character, then the game isn't completely evil. I guess
while that's what the TCC challenge became, it first came about is, can I not use busted ass Beatrix and still have fun with the game? Because and Aranea as well, right? It was like the same thing. It was like Aranea, people could use her for 8 months and not play the game, or you remove that one character, and all of a sudden the game is actually very challenging and engaging. And I think we will bring that back for Cam, just because if FR is balanced, if Shinryu is balanced well, just removing the one broken character means that like using every other option should be sufficiently challenging and engaging.
Yeah.
All right, are we wrapping up here?
Yeah,
Mark?
I think we're good. I beat the fight, so that's something. And thank you for all the subs and memberships there. Appreciate that. We'll be back next week, and we'll talk about everything that happens. We haven't talked about Savior Sephiroth, so we might go back and talk about that. We'll talk a little bit more. We'll probably hit the cap a little bit. And we'll see what else happens. And thank you all for joining us. Good luck on all your polls, your Prish BT polls. I hope you get Prish BTs, your multi-ticket polls. Not
multi-draw
multi-draw ticket pulls as opposed to multi-ticket pulls. You can do draw tickets. What are these things called? You can do ticket draw, multi-draw with tickets. Use multi-draw tickets? No. Use tickets. Tickets, multi-draw tickets. Gem tickets, NF tickets. Crystal tickets, Frisch tickets. I have to go. So if you're not familiar, just one last thing. So if you're not familiar with how this works, you have to go to the item shop to get them. And then you can buy a 10-pack, which costs, there's no like value. Buy the 10-packer. So I this is going to drive me crazy having 180. So I'm going to have to go up to 200. 200. There we go. So that's going to drive me crazy. There we go. So now I am under 200,000. 200,000 if I go to my home screen here, under 200,000 user data, you can see I have 185,000 purchase tickets or purchase gems, no tickets. Purchase gems. This is the first time in a long time that I've been under the potential gem cap, which is a thing now. We have the gem cap. So there you go. So I am poor. I know what it means to live like the rest of you. I only have 185,000 gems. That is just one BT and one. I can only afford to pity one BT because I cannot use multi-draw tickets. That's the new game. You cannot use multi-draw tickets. Of course, I can't use gems because the multi-draw tickets are used first. So I don't know how that works, but so I am. Yes, I'm very. Oh, hey, by followers, Prime, and viewers on Mistrim.store. That seems reputable. So everybody check that out. First time chatter. Yeah, first time chatter. Let's moderate that. Where's the moderate button? Where's the moderate button on? Where's the moderate button? Moderate this person. Follow, no. Block, report. Yeah, report them. Violence? How do we do this? Self-harm, nudity? Let's spam. Let's just not. It's spam. Spam. Spammy spam. Spam. I think you had 17 billion things. Yeah, so don't click on that, obviously, everybody. Hopefully you knew that. Yeah. Oh, you're on tier 4. Okay, tier 4. Nice. Okay. Good luck. Jump on our Discord in the links below. No, probably not because I didn't add any links to this stream. So find our links on our website, tccpodcast.com, or on another video that has links. And you'll be set to go.